Welcome back to our yard. I think you'll all agree this is one hell of a rusty old trailer that has seen better days.
Can we turn this ancient, wonky, donkey horsebox into a thriving little stall? Follow along and find out. You're watching Homestead Revival Ireland,
where we turn a forgotten West Cork farmhouse into a thriving homestead.
one DIY step at a time.
Why not hit subscribe?
And come along on the adventure with us.
You know, I like that. I think the wonky donkey works. Do we have a name for this? So as Claire just alluded to, we are going to turn this into our farmyard store. We're going to stick it up the top of the driveway. We're going to put a few products in there from our field, from our hedgerow, from our land really, and we're also going to bake a few products, maybe a few sneaky pastries, and of course, that's my goal, that's my ambition.
The pastries.
And maybe a few bits of bread or a few, I don't know, a few things. We got to come up with a name. I like the wonky donkey. Surprisingly, quite a few of ye got the idea right that we're going to convert this to a store. We're going to get in touch with you. We're going to send you one of our old postcards and a nice little message from us. It made us think actually the postcards are West Cork Wonder, and I guess now we're Homestead Revival Ireland. We should, move them along. So if you're interested, we're going to change everything that's in our Ko-fi store to €1. So if there's any postcards, if there's any ornaments, if there's anything at all you want to pick up, head over to Ko-fi's store. We want to clear it all out, and then maybe we'll get some new Homestead Revival Ireland products in there.
Yeah, new ideas. All right, where to start? So, as you can see, it's been freshly painted. And so I don't really want to mess with that this year anyway.
That was one
not
of
necessarily the color we want it to be, but it looks good and it looks nice.
That was one of the selling points, wasn't it?
Well,
quite a lot of them that we researched were in a bad way.
Yeah. Now I believe that this is probably hugely rusty and not looking its best. However, for now it looks good, and
you can see the rust coming through here.
I think it's not always going to look great. It's going to need a coat of paint every year unless we decide to give it a really
But did you
good
see actually
overhaul.
that you can see how it's been touched up there? So this was put up for sale 2 months ago, which was what I expect the original
and
color was. But then it didn't sell, so he put it up a week and a half ago.
Yeah,
I think he just touched up
the blue paint and went
rust.
touch up those rusty bits.
Yeah.
But I love the inside. If you have a look at the inside, this is a super heavy door. And these are the original boards, but he changed the boards on the inside.
Do you want to open the top as well?
Holy shit. Why did you tell me?
I didn't see it. Is that too sore for a blooper?
Anyway, the sides are original.
Let me see if I can open this. Hang on a sec, Claire.
These are all the original woods and bolts.
Yeah. We're not sure how old, maybe about 30 plus years.
Yeah, but they're actually quite clean.
Yep.
It's not too bad. Maybe a quick sand down and a paint, to be honest.
I just painted.
Did you just paint it straight
Oh,
away?
yeah, I think.
Spray it.
Yeah.
And I think we spray the whole lot.
So we specifically wanted a narrow one for the stall that we want to create, which means that we're not really going to use the inside space. It's only going to be accessible from the outside. So we're going to create.
People won't be coming in.
We're going to cut a hole here to create a hatch, and we're going to have a shelf that's going to come up like this.
Oh yeah.
So
side?
people.
Oh, no, it'll be this
is the side because the doors are. So this side is going to be facing the road, and we're actually going to cut this out. I'm not sure where would it be the full width, or maybe it would just be between these two bars. But we're going to cut out the wood, and we're going to make a shelf that goes up like this. We're going to put all our produce there, and there's only going to be a very minimal space at the back to walk past. So we're not going to use any of the space. We had thought about getting a bigger one and putting shelf on both sides and having people walk in.
But we'll see how this goes first.
Yeah, we just want a small discreet one. So once we cut the hole here, all of our products are going to be stored on this shelf, and then we're just, as Claire was saying, the reason then we're going to spray all of this white is just to brighten it all up and Just make it look a little bit fresher. We might put a cool bit of art or the logo up here. Maybe some lights. I'm not 100% certain on that. And the other thing is, there is obviously a hole right here. So we are going to have to attach some piece of wood and kind of cut it to shape, which is going to be a little bit difficult. But we need to get this somewhat like weatherproof. It doesn't have to be airtight. I guess flies and stuff will come in, but we need to stop rain from coming in. Our main job, cut the hole, make the shelf, paint white, make waterproof. Let's go out to the outside and have another look. So people are going to be walking by, and this is what they're going to see. They're going to see Rooney saying, "Can we go to the beach? It's a gorgeous sunny day." And actually myself and Claire, we didn't plan to be dressed in black.
No.
But we are, because we're going to be doing sort of heavy work, and we don't want to be getting ourselves cut up. So our plan from the outside, make an opening, turn it into a shelf, paint the inside, seal up the top. That'll hopefully take 2 or 3 days, I'd say. Yeah. And then we have to make the products, I suppose, don't we?
Yeah.
Our
Come
menu.
on, chickens, lay some more eggs. Right, so first off, we've got to try and make a hole, yeah? Could we have picked like the hottest day to do this?
It is pretty hot.
Yeah.
So I think for the time being we're going to keep these bolts on. We'll see, can we actually use this
Yeah.
to form our...
Yeah, there's no point taking them off if we can make it work.
So then what we need to do is gently just
Tap
remove
these
all
off.
of these.
There's a little bit of a bracket behind this. Shit, Rob. Okay, you're gonna have to take the bracket out.
What?
It's like a... Oh wait, sorry.
Drama verdict, darling, I'd say.
So no, I thought it was gonna be in the way of this one.
Okay, could rise down but not go up the phone.
Whoa. Alright. Oh yeah.
Look at that!
That's awesome! It's really awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. So if we can make something, like we'll have to turn it the other way. Like that would be kind of something like approximating the shelf. Like this.
Yes, yes,
That cool?
yes. And then it's still...
I'm surprised at the rigidity. It's so good with this, Claire.
Super strong,
I was
yeah.
really worried.
Well, it's just a really old trailer. If anybody knows anything or is a bit more knowledgeable about horse trailers, what was the one you wanted, Rob? You wanted a really old rice trailer.
Yeah.
And we don't know if it is one or not. But we've never seen anything with these U-shaped irons. Like,
No.
they're super strong.
They're all just 90-degree angle irons, typically on
and of
the
course,
old rice.
Any
But look at the steel here, you can
writing
see
or
it.
badges is long gone.
Like, look just how thick that is.
But also how perfect it is.
Yeah,
There's absolutely nothing wrong with
a tiny
that.
bit of surface rust, you could argue.
But like, you could look at it and think, oh gosh, there's a huge amount of rust underneath that.
Yeah.
But look how, like, it's perfect.
That's
There's nothing wrong with it.
That's what it feels so smooth. That's what the guy was saying about our.
Pete was saying
About our sleepers, that they might look rough.
Yeah.
But they are perfect.
You almost want to cut one in half just to see this, just to be reassured about how strong it is.
Well, you don't even see them like this, Claire. All of the race ones, they don't have these reinforcing bars. It was like,
no.
This is like for something from Jurassic Park to transfer
yeah.
a velociraptor.
I don't know
Why
what
did they want so.
Yeah. And I don't know if Rob showed you this hitch before, but it has this really old hitch. I have never seen anything like this. I was like, what the hell is this for?
It's for brake fluid.
But this is the old
brakes.
way of...
I don't even know, is it the old way or is it just a custom way? Or
Oh, I see someone added it.
Yeah, like they're even like brake lines. These are steel brake lines as well.
Yeah.
And that's presumably where the reservoir would have been. Like, that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's a funny
And that would
old
have just
thing.
pumped it. An old Bradley hitch. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I
It's
can't
great,
get over.
though.
I was sure we were going to have to reinforce this bar, like.
No.
But that is just, it's like it was made.
Yeah,
for purpose,
ready
isn't
for
it?
us. Yeah, it's really good. Retired to the workshop for a bit of shade. Oh, that's thick.
Well,
These are
2x4s. Every man in Ireland, and I suspect the world, let me know below, has multiple containers of odd screws. So this is a perfect opportunity to use them up. Secure it in the evening, so it's going to be a kind of a door or window that will flap up from the inside, right? These out of the way. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? See, that's not really going to give us anything to secure it to. Sure, it's not.
we'll have to secure it to just the metal.
So we have metal here.
Oh, why, thank you.
This is galvanized, I suppose steel, thin galvanized steel. So let's get that on this. Let's bring that back into the workshop, Claire. Because the angle is going to be here, so I don't want these to get in the way. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you though? Do you know what I mean? You gotta be careful doing this, you don't blow up your battery. You gotta keep checking it. Can you see the bottom of it?
Oh my god. Wild homestead move.
Something like that. And not sponsoring us, but a big shout out to Parkside. This is their professional level impact driver and it is amazing. Came from my dad and he saw what I was doing on the car and thought I needed this. There's 4 torque settings at the bottom, so it's really, really good. And the nibbler we just used in this was Parkside.
Oh yeah, it is, yeah, the nibbler is great.
Parkside has fantastic products. Highly recommend. Will I do that outside or inside?
I'm gonna do it here.
Okay. I have one more to go across the middle just to give it a little bit more support, but I want to install this where we're putting the bolt. I'm not certain where the bolt is going to go, so we'll come back to that. So what else do we have to do? None?
Work out how to attach it.
Okay, so I'll get the angle grinder and I'll take these off. You remove the bolt and the 2 hinges from one of the doors. You can take that with you just to show them the old door.
So this is one of the gates we got from the kennels. We have quite a selection of gates. Actually, this is a lot of spares. Pipes, copper pipes, steel, waste pipes, all sorts of things. Windows, lots of spares here. But it's the hinges and the bolt that we want off this. So in order to get to the nuts on this, I have to remove this piece of metal, or this piece of wire, and that'd be super handy for my onions next year. Put that to the side.
I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement without. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see understanding to agree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see.
So I think I messed up. I made this lovely door, and I attached it to the hinges here, and it looked perfect. I reveled in my engineering ability. However, when I actually looked at the flow, it was actually going to hit the shelf behind, which defeated the entire purpose. We wanted to maintain the shelf, and we wanted to maintain the display on the shelf so that we wouldn't have to keep changing it and removing everything every night. So this was a disaster. And that was Saturday night, so yesterday was Sunday. And we just took the day off. I just wanted to think about this a little bit more, and I was getting loads of ideas. The main one was to try and use these holes, because it was an absolute disaster to drill through this. It's such thick steel, really good steel, but so thick. So if I did use these holes, I'd have to put some sort of a buffer on. If the door was to come up, it would actually only go 90 degrees unless you built a very fancy hinge to kind of hinge it up. And I would hit my head. Most people would hit the head, so we have to point it upwards, which means it would catch additional rain. This would catch rain, this flap would catch rain, it would send all the rain back here, it would just all leak down. It wasn't sounding good. And I had built this. I think you ran out of batteries. But I planned to put a little kind of an awning thing up here, and that wasn't going to work. So anyway, disaster, didn't know what to do. Yesterday, our neighbour, Mike and Liz, came around. Mike has done every career in his life. He's currently retired but farming, and he's an engineer and a builder extraordinaire. And we were coming up with all sorts of ideas, like a double hinge to go around here. Two doors we opened up seemed to be the thing we were looking at, until I told him that I wanted a shelf that would come down here to match the shelf going in there. We thought about this for a while and came with a bit of a brainwave. If I keep the door that I've already cut, and if I take, say, 1/3 of it to fold down and make the shelf, then the other 2/3 of it can actually fold up as I had planned, and it won't damage the shelf at all. So I'm very happy with that solution, very grateful to our neighbours, and I want to go inside now and modify this. So I still have the holes here where the hinge was test fitted, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to cut maybe this in half and attach the piece of wood up into it. And then instead of one flap, we're going to have two. So I'm quite happy with that idea.
Rob, don't you have to take a little bit off the actual edge as well?
Only on the bottom. You should be wearing your PPE, Claire.
In the face. Easy, you can just
I
hold
just
here.
wanna go out on a walk with you. Maybe 20 minutes, baby, I just like to talk with you. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby,
Okay, so the longest piece of angle iron I could find. Oh. I completely did not measure this correctly. How is that possible? What? Look at that. That could work perfectly. Just need to trim it down a little bit. I completely measured this wrong. I thought I had to weld on pieces on both ends. But this fits perfect. What the heck? How did I get that so wrong?
So now you have to weld it on?
Yeah. Holy shit. I thought I'd have more time to think about this. So I must just clean up where it's going to be welded.
Can I do that?
No, I got it.
Oh, grind it up.
Hopefully.
You're looking at the dog, Mav.
Get out the welder. I should probably practice on a few pieces first.
Who's under there? Hello, Rooney.
Why can't they all talk, Mum? I really should have told you.
Give us a kiss. You gonna give us a kiss? No kisses? Oh, ah, there's my finger. Yeah, that's the side of the GoPro. We don't really need you to be giving that an old 1-2. Oh, now you're giving kisses to everybody. Alright. Oh, Goosey wants to give us a kiss. Oh, and it's all about Rooney all of a sudden. Isn't that right? Rooney gets very jealous of the Goosies. You do. Well, you do kind of get on, don't you? In a funny way. Yeah. Hey, Mappy?
Well, I'd say it's probably the same quality that I did 25 years ago. And I haven't done it since
For your
school.
leaving cert.
Yeah. Well, my leaving cert was a bit better than that. We used oxyacetylene mostly. So yeah, so we have that side, that side, and I just built a little bridge just for good measure on the front of these.
Oh, yeah.
I could,
Great.
yeah,
It's really solid, Rob.
it is,
I don't know
but once
anything about welding,
once
so.
there's a door hanging off it,
Yeah.
like it's grand when it's just sat on top. But once
It's
there's
the
a,
weight, yeah.
although it does seem to shake the whole trailer. Looks cool though.
It's brilliant.
I quite enjoyed that. I'd like to do a little
Brilliant.
bit more metal work. That was kind of cool. Welding's fun. That's why I bought it. But I'd never used something like that before.
That's a great experience. It's
There.
the one thing we didn't have to do anything on in the house.
What are you doing eating my boat? Anyway, I'm very happy with that. I hope that means we can do the next phase, Claire.
Brilliant. I can't wait.
So the next phase will have this attaching to the next piece.
Yes.
That'll fold down to about that angle.
Yeah.
And we'll just have something to support it then.
Will you let it come all the way down?
If you want it.
Quite a lot of room in there for what we have.
Yeah.
For my couple of packets of eggs and couple of bread loaves.
You'd be
There's
surprised.
ample space.
I think we're going to fill it up.
And my potatoes.
That's proper engineered, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
I mean, I didn't need to do it at all. I could have just drilled some holes and stuck the hinges in there. But I do think that this toughened
it really
it up.
makes it. Yeah, it does.
Because these weren't attached to anything now. Now it's kind of distributed to these.
But it also means that the rain falls onto here, really, rather than onto the bare wood.
Yes.
It seems to be a slight angle going out and down.
I intended that angle. It's 6 degrees.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well done, honey. How exciting. Is it time for a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
This is the bottom fold out part, and because it is folded out, we kind of thought we need the whole thing galvanized. We don't know how we're going to fold
And
it.
bend it round.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's possible to bend it round.
Oh, it is possible, alright. We're just a bit ignorant. Kind of hard, isn't it?
I don't know how. I think you've got to brace it to the table, Rob,
For what?
and then hammer it. Brace it to the edge of the table, would you? You know, use these clamps and pop it literally to the edge of the table and then whack it. Screw it to the table.
I don't think they'll work, but I think I also need a heavier hammer than this.
What, like the square one?
Kind of. I'm just gonna use my belly. Come on. Here's a boy.
Good balls. Wow.
Maybe I should use my arse.
No.
No. I want to
I think.
Well, it's under tension.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but it's denting.
Well,
Getting a mark on it. Hold down. That's not bad, sure it's not.
very good.
In fact, I don't think the clamp should be on this side.
Oh yeah.
This is hard work. Do you want to hammer it?
No, will I lean on it?
Or you just get me the hammer out of it? I think I have more muscles. Whew! Can you just maybe hold it? You try and hold it. Like it's not as much metal to bend. But we need to trim this off first. Will you find me a flappy disc as well, Claire? So we're building a frame for the shelf. It wasn't terribly exciting. Cut up some wood, put a few angly cuts on them. We should be laughing. There we go. Build 3 of these. We should be laughing. And that is number 2. Now, let's see if we can fit these in. And too high. I forgot to measure from the bottom. Damn! Get the next one up. Great.
Oh, super.
It's not
And then-
perfect. I don't know if I should drop it down lower. Look at this. See, it comes quite close.
Okay.
You know, here we have our display. I was just talking to Claire about the angle. The top hatch does clear it, but it comes quite close. Claire suggested we drop the angle down a little bit. I'm not against that, but I want to see how the crates look. I want to stack maybe 6 crates here where we'll put our individual items into it. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but that might decide all. It is 8 o'clock. I think I'm going to wrap up now and have a think about this. Right, we had an executive meeting. We're going to drop the back by 20 centimeters and drop the front by 5 centimeters. I think that'll work. All right, drop the 20 centimeters at the back, 5 at the front. It is perfect. It fits perfectly with the back door, and it fits perfectly with this. So we can close it now. I think what I am going to do, the final thing, 2 things I finally need to do. First is to install an awning up here. Secondly, once everything is secure, we are going to find a way to close everything from the inside. That way we only need 1 lock on the back door. Oh, and the other final thing I have to do, of all the final things, some sort of a metal box for money. I don't know how we're going to do that. We'll figure it out. So these are tech screws. They form a nice seal. We use them for roofs. This is waterproofing. It's a gasket, and when it's screwed tight, it's waterproof. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a tech screw off one of them, putting that to the side. I'm attaching this tech screw through the wood, putting this on the other side, and then putting that through the steel. So I get a little bit going into the backing plate. Really, it should take a longer tech screw or a bolt, but it's doing a good enough job, actually. Kind of happy with it. Awning's up. I am not too sure it'll ever give full protection from rain, but it'll give enough so that anybody coming to the stall won't get wet. I did put the grooves going this way, so if rain comes down, it's going to fall off the sides and not onto somebody standing here. But yeah, it's coming along well. Looking good.
So it is time for the sign, and I kind of have an idea, a simplistic idea of what we want the sign to look like. We are calling it the coop. I don't know if we said that or if Rob said that already. I kind of want the writing to be as big as possible within the circle. So the circle will look a bit like our, let me show you. I can show you the logo. The idea is to have it a bit like this, with a cream circle with the writing in the middle, and then I just have a very simple black logo for the coop. So we'll see if I can, what is this? Yeah, see if I can kind of just keep that. I haven't got any cream paint, so that might have to wait, but at least if I got the black writing on it, and the logo, I think we'd be looking good.
Born over fault line, bad teeth and worse habits, high heels in a trailer. If you want it, you should have it. Cracking like a glacier. Any semblance of restraint. Simple observations of a tired out complaint. I get in my own way. 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 Amplifier washes. Glass
Yes.
up in the sand. Panning through the static for the sound of the fan.
So Rob has put up the sign, but I feel like I was saying to you earlier that it would look really good and stand out if we had the cream Homestead Revival Ireland behind it. So
Was it
this
you that
should
said
have
that,
been.
Claire? Yeah?
Oh, sorry, it was Rob that said that.
Oh,
So
right.
I should have painted this before I did the writing, but I didn't. So now I have
who
the
told you
lovely
that?
task. All right, calm down.
oh, I told you that. That's right.
Lovely task of, because I actually thought the metal might be nice on its own, but anyway, I have the lovely task now of going around this with cream. But anyway, we'll get it done.
I get in my own way.
So because I had done the black writing first, now I will have to go over the black writing again, but that's
Oh,
okay.
I think I told you that, Claire.
Anyway,
Why don't you just paint the whole thing, no?
I've painted the whole thing.
Paint the whole thing cream or
No, it's okay. It's kind of retro. So I'll just go over the black again. I just need to be sure that the cream is dry. By the way, we didn't have any cream paint. Sure, it's not really something that you'd have unless you were back in the days when you used to put magnolia over everything, which I have a feeling is what that top part is. I tried to match it. Anyway, we didn't have any paint. So I had some metal white matte paint, and I just added a little bit of Hive Yellow, and yeah, happy enough with that. So we're looking better now, just still have a little bit to touch up.
I get in my own way. I get in my own way.
Okay.
I get in my own way.
Hi there, Lasty. Where are you?
I get in my own way.
Lasty, are you in charge?
I get in my
What are you? Oh,
What do you have? Bugs?
the
Eggs?
supervisor? You the supervisor? Why don't you get in? Up, Rennie. Up. Okay, don't go up.
Trace from here. The
Okay.
other side. Don't bother about that. I don't need that. Okay. This is where the art starts. ran out of battery last night. Just wanted to show you what I'm doing for money. My son had one of these old ammo containers that came from a place where we used to camp in the Middle East, Oman, and you can see this upside down. It's from the Sultanate of Oman, ex-military ammo containers, machine gun, I think. We didn't get that, we got it from an army surplus store, but it has a nice mechanism I thought would be perfect for this. So close it like such and hold it there, and we just put a little padlock around that, so she's well secure. We're going to use one padlock on this. That'll be emptied every night, and then we'll put the padlock on this door when we close up. So we have that nicely secured to the steel frame here, and we have a nice slot for where we want to put money, and I'm thinking we have a little QR code also for if somebody wants to make payment by Revolut if they don't have cash. That has been asked, so we will facilitate. I'm just going to test this. It works with my phone, but now I'm just going to test it with some sellotape and see whether that will work. I think it should be okay. I've never done this before, but yep, sees that. Alright, let's get some tape down on it. Give another test. Okay, that seems to work. Happy enough with that. Although I am still going to put a bigger one on the back, I think that's going to get damaged eventually. So better to have another version. And I think we have a laminator somewhere in one of the barns. So I think eventually it's probably going to make more sense to do some lamination. Well, for the time being, hopefully this will be okay if it's protected from the wind and rain. And this is going to do rain. The sun is going to rise in the east and set in the west, so there should be no UV on it. So hopefully that'll be okay now actually. Put some money in there, send some money there, happy days. Next up, my job. I need to make some display cases just to keep these slightly different. Okay, so this is kind of a standard size and that would work fine, but I want to use the natural segregation of this piece. There's some nice really old rusty bolts here. I'm thinking I could use the full width of them, which is about 56 centimeters, and the height of this is 76, so I could make them say 35, maybe about 33 each, so 33 high by 58, 33 by 58, let's say. So now we got to find some wood and chop it up. A lot of our wood got delivered with these, how would you say, these breathing spacers between them, and they were just to provide a bit of ventilation between the wood. I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but kind of thought they might be handy to keep. We're taking these bits, we're cutting them down. Well, that's too long actually. I must go back. We're cutting them down to roughly what I think would be a suitable crate size here, like such. That's the base. These are all spares, so these are spares of spares, so these are going to be kindling. Next I gotta think, what's the quickest way to nail these together? Probably I'm thinking staple gun. So we ran out of wood. Ran out ski wood ski.
Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be a cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through.
And this in the barn, this is actually ours. I'd say we got this maybe about 10 years ago from an army surplus store with plans to do something in the garden, and I think it did work at the time. It's rusted beyond all recognition now, but the bits do kind of work. It's just very rusty. But anyway, what do you think? What do you think, Claire? Oh, shit,
Great.
it's painted.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll put it up once we finish the painting.
Not too bad.
Well, what do you think about these? I'm super happy. This is made from the old spacers, as are the other two. And this is made from a scrap piece of 2x6. I just chopped. Making your own crates.
Very
How
cool.
brilliant. And there. This one actually is an old greengrocer's. We found it in the barn. Now maybe someone from West
Yeah.
Cork can tell us what is Collins Brothers.
Yeah. But
That's
it's
where it came
amazing that it
from.
hasn't rotted.
It's a very, very old one. Crazy old. It was probably put up somewhere high. No rain got to it at all. But Claire asked me, should she give them a clean? I was like, no. I like the authentic effect. Everything we put in is going to be in bags anyway, so it'll be perfectly sanitary. But I just like the old look, because the old barn, the old Horsebox is the same. These crates aren't strong enough to carry anything, purely display purposes only.
Now, signage complete. And time to give it a really good sweep out. Now, before I get the hoover going, I'll just show you in here. Initially I was like, oh my golly, we are going to have to seal these holes in the floor. They're basically just where the knot has fallen out and you can see the ground. Because maybe we might have little small furry animals coming in. And then I look at the great big hole at the door, at the back door, and I'm like, yeah, I think furry animals are kind of welcome actually. Not welcome, but they have no problem getting in. So, but look, I suppose the thing is, anything that we leave in here may have to go into maybe plastic sealed boxes or something, just to ensure that we don't have anybody nibbling on or anything. We're hardly going to leave any bread or any kind of food that way in here, but maybe just to be sure that everything else, such as veg and stuff, is safe, we may have to get some plastic boxes maybe to go underneath the stands. So it's trying to use a brush to kind of get the worst of it out. I'm going to try this Dyson. This Dyson isn't brilliant. It's not as good as the plug-in floor ones, but it'll get a bit more up. I can't be bothered to set up an extension lead for the other one. So let's do it. Time to position it. Meters. Ready for road. Off we go.
5 days ago, we got something that looked a little bit like this. bit here. But on this side, it's being transformed.
And
I love the old hand
now,
dry thing. It reminds me of the,
got our little...
you know, when the milkman would come
Oh.
or the bread man would come, they all had this handwritten on the side
Yeah.
of their panel vans. The coop! Right. Do you want to open the gate for me? Right.
And off she goes. See you on the other side. Hopefully it makes it round.
No effect.
And now for a bit of expert reversing, which Rob has very little problem with, thankfully.
How's it going?
Great.
How far back will it go?
You could go a bit further deeper. Try that now.
Right. I'll need to take this off then there, so let's get one of the stones behind it.
Okay. Okay, deciding to relocate it. Got a feeling our post box is going to have to be relocated. The postman ain't going to get here.
Just want to get it off. I want it there, like.
Well, Rob, how's it going?
10 o'clock, just starting to make the bread for the morning.
The baker at work.
Oh my gosh. Baking, like,
However, we're absolutely amazed with our large batches, aren't we?
yeah.
Of dough, both white loaves, and Rob has a sourdough here as well. So
Yeah, we're not doing a lot. 4 of each.
We're just doing 4 of each, yeah.
Yeah,
And I think once we have a bit of a routine going, we'll be okay.
I've never made 4 of any sort of bread before. So it's very much outside the comfort zone, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think just everything is very positive. Do you know the way you'd make a bread and sometimes it wouldn't rise properly or whatever? I think the fact that these all look really good and you've done so much tests, so many tests that, well, fingers crossed, we're good.
Flying through the flour. We need a
Yeah.
better source of our caputo, I think. And this is meant to be your job, Claire, isn't it? Aren't you doing this? You're running this.
I'm kind of a rookie baker.
You're running this endeavor. It's Claire's Horsebox, like. I'm gonna play
I'm more
around.
of the garden produce.
Yeah, I'm gonna play around with boats and cars. Claire's looking after the produce. Actually, when you have so much loaves of bread, you use a lot of the
The one for dusting.
yeah. You normally wouldn't notice that. You certainly notice it now.
So we've already bagged potatoes. We had cucumbers to go in. And we had eggs. Chicken and duck eggs. And they're all gone in. So we'll show you those in the morning when we open it up. Get this finished.
What are you excited for, Claire?
What am I excited for?
Yeah.
Just to see people coming and trying it.
You think people are gonna come?
I can hope so. Right.
So last of the baking done, we have some fresh scones, some fresh white bread and some fresh sourdough and a fresh Claire. Because Rob was up all morning. And the wine wasn't a good idea last night, let me tell you. We got a lovely little card as well from our neighbour Liz. Wishing us, we'll show you in a minute, wishing us the best. And actually, funnily mentioned that it has been a long time since there was a shop in Derry O'Clock. Because of course, this is our living room, but this previously was the Oates house, but previous to that it was a shop. And the door was there, there was a little window here. We have, I think there was some sort of a fireplace there, and there was a big lintel stone that we're using for a step down below. So this would have been a shop. People would have passed by on the road and they would have gone in here. Eventually this road was closed off and the shop was moved down. The shop was moved across the road there. There's an old sort of a tin building. It's like now it's falling down, but that's where the shop moved to. But originally the shop was right here. So isn't that lovely that one of the neighbors remembers, and now we're getting a shop back. Modern times, eh? Let's package these and get it done and take a break. Where are you going, Claire, with that big bag of baked goods?
Up to the coop.
It's a long commute to work, isn't it? Traffic is mental. Oh,
And our first card up there from Liz. Because of course there was a shop here. I don't know how long ago though. And ready to go.
I must say it's all come together pretty good, hasn't it?
Yeah, now we just need people to come or to drive past.
I think it looks great, doesn't it?
That's brilliant. I love it. I just want to have a little seat in the back.
Do you?
No, I'm off for my breakfast.